Would everybody please stand?
Color guard, halt. Left, face. Present. Colors. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Colors. Colors. Post. Ready. Cut.
You may be seated. Thank you for joining us today and being part of our ceremony. We're glad that you were able to be here with us. We're here today for a special and unique occasion as we celebrate our honorees' achievements through the Medallion for Meritorious Service Award ceremony. The Medallion for Meritorious Award ceremony was designed by Mayor Rawlings-Blake to honor government employees with whom it's a pleasure and privilege to work. Why? Because our honorees relentlessly pursue, provide, and ensure exceptional work product and deliver distinguished service every day. They go above and beyond the call for duty and action. They dedicate their talent to moving the needle forward and executing the administration's strategic goals, which include better schools, safer streets, stronger neighborhoods, growing economy, innovative government, a cleaner city, and a healthier city. Some of you have served in city government for decades, while many of you are new to city service. However, you all share a commonality, and that is that you desire to help progress the city, and you want to do your best to ensure that others do their best. We're grateful that you have dedicated your career to moving the city forward. Your ordinary is extraordinary, and we're honored to thank you for today. By always doing your best work, you inspire others to do their best work, and you set the direction. Mayor Rawlings-Blake is an outstanding model of principled public service. She puts people first, and she always represents the city with excellence, dedication, pride, and integrity. Each of you represents the spirit of this administration: collaboration, ingenuity, strength, and teamwork. And again, we thank you for that. Thank you, Madam Mayor, for being a distinguished and outstanding leader, and for establishing this occasion to celebrate the contributions of employees at every level across the city enterprise. We're proud of all of you. Now, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Mayor Stephanie Rawlings-Blake.
Thank you. Please have a seat. That you should be standing for yourselves. This is a day that we are recognizing all of you. So good afternoon, and Mary, thank you for getting us started today and for your very warm introduction. And welcome to the Mayor's Medallion for Meritorious Service Awards ceremony. I don't think we could have picked a more beautiful day to have this event. So lately, I have been reflecting on all that we have been able to accomplish in Baltimore during the past 6.5, almost 7 years. And I would say that time flies when you're having fun, but we all know that that would be a lie. I mean, we've been having fun, but I can't pretend like time has flown. I have felt every day of it. And my hair color has felt every day. If people say you're not, you don't have any gray, I said, you don't know what I have. And we fix all of that. Anyway, so we have had our fair share of fun times and good times, also challenging times when we have had to come together. We had to dig deep to keep going. We have learned, where's Henry, how to do more with less and less, how to be innovative, how to be problem solvers. We all know that the challenges that we face as a city didn't occur overnight. But we also know that together we have been able to make great strides as we work to grow Baltimore. We've endured trials and tribulation. We've weathered storms, literally and figuratively. Quite a few. Blizzards, even a derecho. I didn't even know what a derecho was before I became mayor. I think they waited to create a derecho until I became mayor so we could just add it to my repertoire. Earthquake. We had, what did we have? Earthquake, tornado, derecho, blizzards, floods. We had everything but, what is it, the frogs, when the frogs start falling? Andy said when the frogs show up, he's getting out. So 8 more days, Andy, 8 more days. We have defied the... What? I'm just reading the notes. This is exactly what it says right here on the paper. We have defied the odds. We have celebrated some hard-fought victories. And as mayor, I am expected to lead the way, to take the heat and assume responsibility for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I can tell you that I have done so with pride. It brings me great pride having the opportunity not just to lead the city, which is an honor, but to work with all of you. You've just been awesome, awesome. And I often say I wish people, we never get the credit for the good things that are going on. Well, I shouldn't say that because I do, and I try to share them when we do get the kind letters. But I just wish more people would pay attention to the hard work and the dedication that would see you working beyond the time that you're supposed to be there, showing up, whether you're feeling well or not, because the job needs to get done. So it has truly been my honor to work with all of you. And it helps when I stand up and take the heat, knowing that I'm not doing it alone, that all of you and all of the people in the different departments that you represent have my back. So I know that there are many others who I can count on to make my job a little easier, to make sure payments are processed and contracts are fair, to make sure vulnerable citizens have the services that they need and the assistance that they need, to make sure people are safe, that neighborhoods are clean and well lit and free of blight, that children are fed, that schools are providing quality education for our children, and that we provide recreational opportunities for all. There are those who get up early and stay late to get the job done. It is those dedicated public servants who I want to thank today. You are the reason why we are here today, to honor you, to honor your work, to honor your commitment to the citizens of Baltimore. Public service is a noble profession, but it is for a different type of glory, because I know that the thank yous and the recognitions, as I mentioned, aren't always there. I also know that you could work anywhere. You're here because you love the city and you love the citizens that we all serve. This work is meaningful because of the ways that you have chosen to apply yourself. Also, because you know that people depend on you, that they depend on an effective and efficient government. And it's not just what our citizens desire, but it's what they deserve and what we should provide. So those of you we honor today have performed consistently with limited to no fanfare. We'll see how that goes today. and in some cases with limited resources. So I established this award to give recognition to city employees who I know are going above and beyond to accomplish their task, or to assist a citizen in need, or to implement a program designed to enhance the quality of life for every Baltimorean. And the best part about this award is that each of the honorees you see seated before you were nominated not by me, but by their colleagues, their peers, the people who they stand shoulder to shoulder with every day doing the work that we love. Because of their efforts, we have safer streets, better schools, stronger neighborhoods, a growing economy, innovative government, and a cleaner and healthier Baltimore. So on behalf of the city of Baltimore, a very grateful city of Baltimore, and on behalf of your coworkers, I say thank you. The citizens of Baltimore appreciate you, your family appreciates you, your colleagues appreciate you, and I appreciate you. I'm very grateful for the work that you do every day. You provide the best that you can for the citizens of Baltimore. So I want to thank you again and say congratulations. And before I turn it over, I think I'm turning it over to Dawn, so you can work your way up. I want to say to my staff that helped put this together, special thanks to my Chief of Staff, Calliope Parthimos, who worked very hard to get this done, and all of my team that worked hard to make sure that this was a ceremony that truly reflected how special I believe all of the awardees are. So thank you very much, and I'm going to turn it over to Deputy Mayor Dawn Kierstetter, who's going to start the award ceremony. All right?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. It's my great pleasure and privilege to present to you the Better Schools honorees. And with us in spirit, you don't see them, are the invisible Dr. Nguyen and Dr. Sonia Santelises, who will be joining the mayor in greeting our honorees. Improving the lives of Baltimore's children, youth, and families is a central priority for the Rawlings-Blake administration. Mayor Rawlings-Blake's vision for youth is simple. Every Baltimore City youth will be ready to learn when they enter school. Unfortunately, our first honoree with the Health Department, Shannon Burroughs Campbell, with the Mayor's Office of Human Services, the Head Start Executive Director, could not be here today. Most deserving of this honor, Shannon helped to stabilize Baltimore City's Head Start program and created the Head Start Collaborative with key partners to expand services and access to Head Start, and created training programs and mentorship opportunities for new Head Start teachers. So we congratulate Shannon in her absence. Through the outreach and policy efforts of the Rawlings-Blake administration, Baltimore is a welcoming city for immigrants. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Eric Huber, Specialized Services Social Worker at Baltimore City Schools. Eric has been influential in providing resources for immigrant youth in Baltimore City schools. He established teen testimonials to address the mental health needs of trauma-exposed immigrant Latino teens in Baltimore City, and created valuable connections between Centro SOL and Baltimore City Schools to assess the needs of new immigrant students and develop school and community-based resources for these students. And we congratulate you, Eric, and thank you for your service.
Eric, may I be on the stand, please? Come towards me.
What?
Hold the coin in front of you, please. I can see it. There we go. Looking at me. Thank you very much. 3, 2, 1. Hold back. Thank you very much.
Eric Huber. Mayor Rawlings-Blake helped secure the most significant school construction effort in Baltimore's history, a nearly $1 billion investment in building new schools and renovating existing ones in neighborhoods across the city. Baltimore City will benefit for decades to come from this historic effort to provide healthy, safe, efficient, and modern school buildings that all children deserve. Blaine Lipsky has worked in the city in various capacities for over 34 years. Mr. Lipsky has worked extremely long hours, sacrificing personal interests in order to ensure that emergencies in city schools are quickly resolved. Blaine is the Director of Operations and Facility Maintenance, and thanks to his creativity and direct management, he has improved the maintenance and provided Baltimore City Schools with a level of professionalism that has been a true asset to the students, staff, and administration. Thank you, and we salute you, Blaine. And I suppose in addition to channeling Dr. Santelises and Dr. Nguyen, we're channeling Jonathan Rondeau now. In coordination with the Baltimore Family League, Mayor Rawlings-Blake brought together hundreds of community partners to support Baltimore's 56 community schools, offering wraparound services to help thousands of students reach their potential. The community school strategy is showing great promise with lower rates of chronic absenteeism, higher rates of family engagement, and much more progress. Joe Manco, our fantastic principal, is Baltimore City's only principal, nationally board certified, and the only city principal selected by the United States Secretary of Education to serve as principal ambassador. Quite an honor. Under his leadership, Liberty Elementary took control of an adjoining rec center. Listen, not done. He's done more amazing stuff. Under his leadership, Liberty Elementary took control of an adjoining recreation center and turned it into a thriving after-school program. He is a model educator, and Liberty Elementary is consistently recognized in the top 20 of the best-performing city schools. Congratulations, Mr. Manco. The Baltimore City 21st Century School Building Program includes the entire portfolio of over 160 school facilities. Dr. Lynette Washington has had a long history with city government and has spearheaded the city's Sustainable Communities Application Plan, the first for the city, with the highest application score for the Maryland Department of Housing and Community Development. Congratulations, Dr. Lynette Washington. And last but not least in this category, our teachers, as we all know, are the backbone of our schools. The strategy for providing quality education for our city youth is by employing the most able and talented individuals to work with students in schools. It's my pleasure to present honoree Kelly Wilhelm, teacher at Beachfield Elementary Middle School. Congratulations and thank you for rushing.
3, 2, 1, good, good. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Neil Janey Jr., and I'm the Mayor's Director of Public Safety and the Mayor's Director of Criminal Justice. And it is my distinct privilege of being able to introduce the Safer Streets category. May I have all of the Safer Streets category people stand to the front of the room? That would be Lieutenant Stephen Gibson, Richard Hooper. One at a time, okay. So, Stephen Gibson, Baltimore City Fire Department, Lieutenant. Hey, you know, I just did what they asked me to do. Stephen Gibson, improving the relationship between our public safety personnel and the community they serve has always been a fundamental goal of Mayor Stephanie Rawlings-Blake. Lieutenant Gibson is known for his tireless work in the community, whether it's planning neighborhood cookouts, delivering meals, installing smoke detectors, and delivering Christmas gifts to needy families. Most recently, Lieutenant Gibson and his crew sponsored Bloom in the Boulevard, where they mulch flower beds, planted flowers, and beautified the community. Next up, we have Richard Hooper, Department of Transportation. Thank you. Operations Bureau Chief. Under the Rawlings-Blake administration, the Department of Transportation has made major sustainable infrastructure upgrades in Baltimore which promote public safety and safer streets, such as the replacement of over 1,000 streetlights in the city with high efficiency and brighter LED bulbs, and the efficient removal of snow during the major snowstorm. Richard Hooper's efforts are a large reason for the city's infrastructure upgrades and success. He is a problem solver. Yes. Whatever the challenge, Richard always found the most efficient way to get the job done. Yes. Next up, we have Melissa Hyatt from the Baltimore Police Department, Chief of the Special Operations and Development Division. During the Rawlings-Blake administration, members of the Baltimore Police Department, Fire Department, and the Mayor's Office of Emergency Management have worked together to employ new processes to manage and prepare for both planned and unplanned events. Chief Hyatt has demonstrated steady and reliable leadership during her command of the Incident Command Center. Chief Hyatt has commanded and coordinated efforts to ensure that the public demonstrations were managed in a professional and controlled manner. Her efforts have safeguarded the First Amendment rights of citizens, and she has protected the property and safety of Baltimore citizens. Raina Della Rocco from the Baltimore Police Department, the Deputy Director of the Forensic Laboratory Division. The Baltimore Police Department's Forensic Science and Evidence Management Division, aka the Crime Lab, is recognized as one of the best in the country and is now accredited, which significantly strengthens the credibility of evidence used in criminal cases. Raina Della Rocco's contribution to the Crime Lab is a significant reason for its success. She has initiated several successful initiatives in the Crime Lab, which has led to improved performance. Scott Brillman, Baltimore City Fire Department, Acting Director of the 911 Emergency Communication Center. In 2016, Baltimore's 911 call center received the Team of the Year award from the Association of Public Safety Communications Officials. The award is bestowed on one 911 call center out of approximately 6,000 call centers nationally. Scott Brillman's leadership and efforts managing an efficient 911 call center was integral in achieving this national recognition. Often under great duress, Scott has demonstrated excellent leadership and management skills.
Yeah, we can see
Sean Miller, who was once my trainee, by the way. And anyway, Baltimore Police Department, Chief of the Operational Investigation Division. Mayor Rawlings-Blake and Commissioner Davis established a newly created war room which uses data and analytics to strategically determine the individuals driving violence in Baltimore. Chief Miller manages the efforts of this war room and works in partnership with the Baltimore State's Attorney and federal partners to develop enforcement strategy. Chief Miller leads the department's efforts in removing illegal guns off the street, and he tracks these guns from start to finish, working closely with prosecutors to ensure good outcomes. Sharon Miller, Baltimore City Health Department, Office of Animal Services Director. The mayor's Anti-Animal Abuse Advisory Commission aims to eliminate animal abuse and neglect and make Baltimore City a city where residents and animals are treated with dignity and respect. In an 18-month period, Sharon initiated a complex and complicated investigation into dogfighting in Baltimore City, which has led to 22 individuals being indicted and, I believe, criminal convictions.
That's right, girl. Yes, girl.
And last but not least, we have Melvin Russell from the Baltimore Police Department, Chief of the Community Collaboration Division. Efforts to better train police officers on public engagement have led to significant decreases in citizens' complaints against the police department. Excessive force complaints are down 46%, and discourtesy complaints are down 53%. After the 2015 civil unrest, Chief Russell has launched innovative and community policing strategies that have begun the process of restoring trust between the community and the police department. And that would be the end of public safety.
All right, to all my neighborhood people out here, we can be as loud as everybody was for public safety, so let's represent. So I'm Calliope Parthimos, the mayor's chief of staff. And my first honoree, unfortunately, could not make it today, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Lori Feinberg from the planning department, the assistant director of planning. So everyone in this city knows Lori. So she has over 30 years of city service, and she has made significant contributions to make Baltimore a tractable, walkable, and mixed-use urban center. She is all things zoning and transform Baltimore, and it's the city's first comprehensive zoning rewrite in over 40 years. So thank you to the members of the planning department, and thank you to Lori, even though you're not here, and thank you, Madam Mayor, for Transform Baltimore. Oh, they didn't line up. Okay. Brent Flickinger. I'm going to have y'all line up over here to get ready. Department of Planning, Planner, Supervisor, Southern District Planner. So the mayor and Horseshoe Casino promised that Baltimore City residents in the casino would serve as a catalyst for change and progress. Brent led the 2-year comprehensive community planning process to coordinate investment activity related to the Horseshoe Casino, and he also facilitated the formation of the Southwest Partnership Vision Plan, which has served as a model for the implementation of the Cherry Hill Master Plan and other initiatives. Thank you, Brent. We all know how difficult it is to manage a number of neighborhood groups with different interests, so good job. Jason Hessler. Yay. Permits and Code Enforcement Assistant Commissioner Jason has notably led his team as they enforce and prosecute zoning, building, and related code violations in the city's 9 housing inspection districts and over 200 neighborhoods. Jason is a tireless problem solver. He rolls up his sleeves, and he ensures that the city's code enforcement process is as efficient as possible, and all of the tools exist so that the city is clean and healthy for all of our residents. Thank you, Jason. Wendy Redfern. She is the Land Resources Division Assistant Commissioner at Housing. Wendy has proven to be a strong advocate for communities throughout Baltimore and integral to the implementation of the Mayor's Vacants to Values program by leading the acquisition process for many areas in the city, including Park Heights, a major redevelopment area, resulting in blight elimination and the relocations of citizens to safer homes. Thank you, Wendy, and thank you, Commissioner Graziano, for Vacants to Values and everything you do. Thank you. Eric Holcomb. Is he here? Oh, hi. Hi. Planning Department, the Baltimore City CHAP Executive Director and Division Chief. So as a longtime public servant and currently as CHAP Director, Eric has led the revisions to the CHAP ordinance, created a non-regulatory historic resources inventory, and clarified CHAP's role in reviewing city-owned structures in the city's historic district designation process. Thank you, Eric. Yay to Beth Stroman, former Office of Sustainability Director. So happy to see Beth. So under Beth's leadership, the Office of Sustainability has launched numerous innovations, including the Growing Green Initiative, the Green Schools Initiative, the Baltimore Energy Challenge, Waste to Wealth, the Homegrown Baltimore Land Initiative, and the Made in Baltimore campaign. Her leadership has resulted in numerous awards and recognition for the city of Baltimore, including earning the highest rating of 5 stars of 5-star communities, among many, many other awards. Thank you, Beth, and you look fantastic. Ken Strong. I'm so happy to see Ken. Ken is our former deputy commissioner, so y'all gonna have to bear with me, because I can talk about Ken all day. And if you ever ask Ken to prepare a memo, you can expect a novel. He is as thorough as can be. He does not miss a step. He has led the Housing Department's Division of Green, Healthy, and Sustainable Homes, which was established under Mayor Rawlings-Blake to assist Baltimore families through a wide range of housing programs, including energy conservation services, home ownership incentives, lead remediation, and home rehabilitation and repair, among many other services for our most vulnerable citizens, our low and moderate income homeowners. Ken Strong is a relentless public servant dedicated to finding ways to align bureaucracy, funding resources, and partners to serve more households efficiently. It is really impossible for me to touch upon all of the accomplishments over his decades of public service. However, a few notable highlights are leading the interagency team that won $52.7 million from the PSC, launching the BHIP program, reforming the city's lead abatement program, and streamlining the city's intake process for our most vulnerable residents to be able to apply for vital services. Ken, I had to be as long-winded as you are, so I had to make sure I tried to get in as much as possible. Thank you, Ken. All right, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'm back. Larissa Parrish, Green, Healthy Homes and Sustainable Homes Assistant Commissioner. Yay, Larissa. Oh, don't cry, Larissa, he looks good. I know, don't cry. Mayor Rawlings-Blake launched the successful BHIP program, which is the Baltimore Homeownership Incentive Program, in 2013 as a way to encourage more prospective homebuyers to buy in Baltimore City. And Larissa plays a leading role in managing BHIP's many incentive programs, from Vacants to Value to Live Near Your Work, as well as many others. Thank you, Larissa. So Gansham Patel, Director of Permits and Plans Reviews for Housing. So pursuant to an innovation award from Mayor Rawlings-Blake, Baltimore Housing launched ePlans in 2012. This web-based filing and review application for construction drawings brings Baltimore City into the vanguard of plans review, creating efficiencies and transparency. Gansham is a problem solver whose expertise and patient interpretation and application of the code ensures that developers find solutions, because we all know that developers can be a little, and he's very patient and he helps them through the process and tells them everything that they did wrong so they can get it right the next time. Right, Gansham? He leads the citywide effort every 3 years to review, amend, and adopt the codes that govern construction in Baltimore City. Thank you, Gansham. We are a growing city. There's a lot of stuff going on, more cranes in the ground than ever before, so thank you for all that you do. Daryl Sutton. Daryl's our aquatics director at the Baltimore City Recreation and Parks. Yeah, Daryl. So our pools are open, and Daryl was instrumental in modernizing our aquatic assets, including investments in indoor and outdoor pools and splash pads. Nearly 330,000 people have visited city aquatic facilities last year, thanks in part to his successful programs, including movie night at Druid Hill Pool and after-hours swimming, to name a few. He also helped plan and implement a recreation aquatics facility analysis, which is part of a $136 million investment to improve quality facilities. So thank you, Daryl. Thank you, everyone.
My name is Colin Tarbert. I serve as Deputy Mayor for Economic and Neighborhood Development, and I am pleased to present the honorees for Growing Economy. My team has lined up properly. Our first honoree is Dan Baldwin, Mayor's Office of Employment Development, Employment Connection Center. Today, Ruth Baldwin and his family will accept his award. Throughout Dan Baldwin's 9 years of service and tireless commitment, he assisted in placing more than 1,500 Baltimore City residents in sustainable jobs, infinitely impacting the lives of Baltimore City families. Dan's recent passing was a great loss to the city. To his fellow workers and peers, he was known for his boisterous personality, friendship, leadership, and memorable quotes. We thank Dan for his service. Kimberly Clark, Baltimore Development Corporation, Executive Vice President. Kim has played a key role in virtually every major economic development project in Baltimore City over the past 2 decades. She has guided a number of notable real estate projects for the city, including Port Covington, Harbor Point, I think every building in Harbor East, the Horseshoe Casino, mainly because she likes a good card game, as well as many other projects. On a personal note, Kim has been a colleague, friend, and mentor to me over a decade. The city is fortunate to have her push through projects to completion. Thank you, Kim. David Fram, Department of Transportation, Real Estate Agent Supervisor. David manages the city's right-of-way. He is a professional and one of the unsung heroes in local government. Many of the significant developments through the city would not occur without his dedication and commitment, and his vast knowledge of ancient owners and other bureaucratic terminology. You may not see him in the photos cutting ribbons or at groundbreakings, but David's contributions make this city a great place to do business. Thank you, David. Kathy Hornick, Baltimore Office of Promotion and the Arts Festival Director. Kathy has been the force behind the scenes of the city's many large festivals, such as Artscape, the Baltimore Book Festival, and most recently, Light City. She is a passionate advocate for the arts and visionary who transforms our city's quirkiness into an economic driver. Not only does Kathy know how to throw a good party, she also knows how to enjoy them. I will say no more. Michelle Miles, Mayor's Office. Got a fan. Mayor's Office of Employment Development, Youth Works Program Manager. Michelle works tirelessly to support the thousands of youth who enroll and find employment through YouthWorks, the city's summer jobs program. She boosts the morale of youth who may be nervous about their first job, or even their parents who are more nervous, and she assists employers to make sure the hiring process is seamless. Since 2010, over 43,000 youth have been served through YouthWorks, much in thanks to Michelle's hard work. Tony Saunders, Mayor's Office of Employment Development, Management Information Systems Supervisor. Tony works extended hours to ensure that MOED's thousands of records are reviewed for quality within a very short time frame. Perhaps most critical, Tony makes sure that all the youth are on the payroll for the summer jobs program. She makes sure they all get a paycheck. Joseph Smith, Mayor's Office of Employment Development, there's a theme here, Compliance Monitor. Joseph Smith was instrumental in the implementation of One Baltimore for Jobs grant awarded in June 2015, which has placed residents in 250 jobs to date. 1B4J is an innovative model in which strong partnerships have been developed between 19 different nonprofits and 4 city agencies to help residents complete job training. Thank you, Joe, for your making Baltimore an innovator in workforce development. Catalina Rodriguez, Mayor's Office of Immigrant and Multicultural Affairs. Catalina led the efforts of the new American Task Force, working with stakeholders for 12 weeks to provide the mayor with 32 recommendations in the report. She has been hard at work, often as a one-woman operation, to implement the recommendations and make the city a place of welcome, economic opportunity, and inclusion for all. Catalina is one of the most dedicated people I know in city government. And although I don't think he could be here today, I did want to recognize Jimmy Smith, Mayor's Office of Employment Development, Northwest Career Center Navigator. He has been instrumental in the success of the Bridge to Career program, which helps many residents returning from incarceration successfully re-enter their communities and go to work. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Andy Smolian. I'm the Deputy Mayor of Government Relations and Labor, and I have the distinct pleasure of introducing tonight's honorees under Innovative Government. First up is Burke Attila, DGS Chief Fiscal Officer. Mayor Rawlings-Blake has striven to improve prompt payment to city vendors. Accordingly, Burke led the team responsible for the reduction in payment backlog by 110% in compliance with the administrative manual mandate to compensate vendors promptly within a 30-day period. By contrast, the previous average payment period was 90 days or longer. He is easily accessible, readily available to provide sound insight, creative solutions to complex operational issues, and guidance within the department or external agencies. We also share an affinity for our neighborhood eatery, Casbar. Robert Senemy, BBMR Deputy Budget Director. In 2013, the mayor commissioned the city's first long-range 10-year financial plan. Bob's behind-the-scene work on this plan has put the city government on a more sustainable fiscal path by developing improved budgeting practices for risk management, reserves, and special funds. He has played a key role in establishing outcome-based budgeting, managing the Budget Bureau's day-to-day operations, and creating a long-range vision towards the city's structural financial deficits. Holly Freistadt, Department of Planning Food Policy Director. In 2010, Mayor Rawlings-Blake hired Ms. Freistadt as one of the nation's first food policy directors, making this emerging discipline front and center in her administration. Holly has led the city's emergency food plan and helped secure a waiver for summer meals so that the 3 meals instead of 2 could be served at youth program sites such as libraries, schools, and recreation centers. She engages with many agencies, nonprofits, community groups, and stakeholders to dismantle policy barriers, facilitate new partnerships, and leverage funding in order to address food policy access for all of her residents, or all of our residents, excuse me. And despite all of these great efforts, she still has been in vain trying to get me to eat better. Erin Sheriff Smythe, Erin Share Smythe has committed her career to timely customer service in the support of our agencies, whether it is their daily needs or the urgent demands of a round-the-clock emergency weather situation. She was most recently an integral participant in the mayor's work group to promulgate the city's first comprehensive procurement policy. Kristen Silviera, Department of Finance, Government Innovations Analyst. In 2013, Mayor Rawlings-Blake launched the city's first lean government initiative aimed at evaluating municipal processes and obtaining better results as well as customer service and satisfaction. Kirsten led the way to meet the mayor's goal of training 1,000 employees, a G, in lean government, which has already improved customer service and result across the dozen city agencies to date. Emma Tessier, PBMR Budget Management Analyst. In 2015, Mayor Rawlings-Blake launched OutcomeStat, an initiative that uses data-driven decisions making to align resources to these outcomes. Emma played a lead role in taking a growing economy outcome through the next phases of OutcomeStat, where city and community partners reported on new insights and strategies for jobs, employment, and tourism. She also organized a conference that brought together more than 200 participants to start developing turn-the-curve plans for the mayor's 7 priority outcomes and 21 key indicators, which in turn guided the fiscal 2017 budget build. I thank you all for all that you've done.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Morton, Deputy Chief of Staff, and I am pleased to announce the 2 awardees of the Mayor's Meritorious Medallion for Excellent Service Award for Cleaner Cities. First, I would like to introduce Ms. Vanessa Garrett Ingram. We stole her from the state. And Ms. Ingram, when the mayor made it a priority in her administration to improve the water billing and monitoring process, we had to create an entirely new customer care division. Look how sugar, I can't see you. Okay. Vanessa came on board to help with all of the recruiting efforts for that. It has been a long and trying time, and anybody who works for the city knows how hard it is to recruit and bring in new talent. Vanessa has tirelessly done so. Thank you very much, Vanessa. Are you coming with your daughter? Next, I would like to introduce Marvin Tate and his boss. What's your daughter's name? Mariah. Mr. Tate, it was a plant labor crew leader at the wastewater plant, and now I believe he works with the unions as a representative. The Back River Treatment Plant serves an estimated 1.3 million residents in a 140 square mile area in Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Marvin runs it all. He makes sure that everything in all of their operations runs smoothly and efficiently. And when we flush, we don't get no fuss. Everybody else, remember, at the end, we're going to do a great big group picture, and Callie and I'll be in it. So you can be in it, too. Come on back to take a picture with the mayor.
I'm up again to introduce our honorees for Healthy City. Our first honoree to be recognized for outstanding service in ensuring we have a healthy Baltimore couldn't be here today. Rebecca Deneen is part of the Dynamic Health Department and is the Maternal and Child Health Assistant Commissioner. Ensuring that all of our city's children are born healthy has been a huge priority for our mayor. Rebecca has demonstrated exceptional leadership in overseeing Be More for Healthy Babies and made certain it is a nationally renowned program. And most significantly, through her efforts, the city has seen a 38% decrease in infant mortality since 2009, reaching an all-time record low. So congratulations to Rebecca. Our mayor, as you just heard, has been passionate about food policy and eliminating food deserts and improving food access. In 2012, Mayor Stephanie Rawlings-Blake convened the Baltimore Partnership to End Childhood Hunger to increase participation in federal nutrition assistance programs and to decrease childhood hunger in Baltimore. It's my pleasure to bring up honoree Melissa Moore from the Family League. She's the Food Access Program Director. Melissa has been instrumental in establishing collaborative partnerships that ensure that every child has access to meals through the delivery of summer and after-school meals, as well as mobile meal delivery. And her leadership was critical in ensuring that young people had food while schools were closed during last year's blizzard. Thank you, Melissa, and congratulations. Did Tracy make it? So Tracy Monroe is not with us, but she is. Where's Tracy? Oh, Tracy, you're not. Oh, Tracy, good. Okay. It's my pleasure to introduce Tracy Monroe, dental radiation technician in the health department. Tracy goes above and beyond her clinical duties by walking elderly patients to their cars and helping them with paperwork. During her nearly 20-year career, Tracy has assisted patients with much-needed dental education and provided assistance to the doctors that treat them. Congratulations and thank you, Tracy. And in an effort to make sure our residents are safe and prepared as possible, Mayor Rawlings-Blake's administration set a goal of training 6,000 residents in hands-on CPR in 2015. It is my pleasure to introduce you to Honoree Deidre Weems, the Captain of Community Outreach for the Baltimore City Fire Department. Captain Weems has led a team that trained over 15,000 city residents, some as young as age 6, shattering the goal to train 6,000 residents altogether. Captain Weems was able to achieve this level of success through her hard work and devotion to the residents of Baltimore. Thank you and congratulations to all of you. So I now have the pleasure of reintroducing our fearless, bold, dynamic leader and visionary whom I've had the great honor of serving for the past 2.5 years.
Read it like I wrote it, come on.
Madam Mayor, on behalf of all of your cabinet and employees across the city, I salute you and thank you for the opportunity to serve under you. Under your principled leadership. And on behalf of all of us, I wish you continued success and much happiness as you embark on your next chapter.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and please let's give all the awardees a big round of applause. All right, so I'm closing out. I'm saying thank you. It is my understanding that they want a big group photo with all of the medallion winners. Again, I know I said it when I started, a big, big thank you to all of our awardees for everything that you've done, and for everyone that supports our awardees. Thank you as well. This is a special point of privilege for me to be able to recognize your hard work, and thank you for everybody that put it on. And I think we have no calorie cake outside for everyone when we're done. I can do that with a decree. I get rid of the calories and all that good stuff. All right, so please stand. Sorry about that.
Color guard, halt. Right, face. Present, arms. Order, arms. Retreat, colors. Left, face, forward, march.
A big and special thanks to the color guard today. That is our Baltimore City Junior Reserve Training Corps. All right, so before we hit the cake, let's take a picture with all the awardees. Yeah, with the medals. Just bring your medals up for me.